Hey up and welcome back to Life with Tom. Once again, I'm Tom, that's Buddy. So we still have the snow. It's I think it got down to about -5, -6 last night. So I was in the ice bath. I had a fire and ice night. So that's ice bath paired with sort of log fire to dry off. Absolutely fucking love that. I am rocking female shades, that's so I don't get snow blindness. But yeah, I used to love these trees. So I used to live just down there before we separated. But yeah, I used to come up here at night on a clear night, film or time-lapse that tree with the stars. So you got like a static object, do you know, like with the rotation, well, with the Earth's rotation against the stars. Just used to look here. I used to love it. So yeah, I do like that tree, and I like those two up there. Right, come on, mate. Yeah, we're just out for a mooch, because I think from maybe Saturday to Sunday, the big thaw is on its way. I'm interested to see what happens I'm interested to see what happens with everything in America. So they say we tend to have their weather about 2 to 3 weeks later, and I know they're having like a cold, a very cold spell. So I'd like to, I'm interested in what actually happens over here, because I do enjoy the cold. But yeah, fucking love this. Big thumbs up. So I love the size of this field. So sure, I measured it at 35 acres, which doesn't sound a lot to our friends over on continental Europe and across the pond in the US. 35, you'll probably laugh at that, but to me it is big, it is beautiful, and I do enjoy coming up here, because I think it's, with us being at the top of the hill, it's like, for me it's a big sky. And when I'm back at home, just over there, because we're sort of tucked down, or if we're down there, your horizon shifts. So to be at the top and it almost be flat, we do get those big skies, like I say. So this used to be another sort of stargazing spot for me. I used to come up here, there's a bench just at the bottom of this path. I just used to sit there with a flask and just enjoy the stars. But yeah, this video is just going to be me walking in the snow, talking about another book recommendation. So we've spoken about No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert Glover. The next book that I recommend to anyone, both males and females, is Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. So, sorry, I know I've really acted out of emotion before, and it's got me into trouble. B, it's led to the sort of breakdown of my marriage, purely based on uncommunicated expectations and allowing myself to react instead of sort of digest, try and find the hidden message and then convey my feelings. So I was I was an antagonizer, so I don't think I helped situations. I'd sort of prod, project a lot of my own shit onto my ex-partner or my ex-wife, and onto other people as well. It wasn't just purely within that relationship. I always acted out of emotion in negative ways to other people as well. So if I took, or if I heard criticism, I'd then start criticizing the other person. Whereas if you can try and find that little message, that little hidden message, that's the gold within what they're trying to tell you, and then you can sort of digest it and move forward. But yeah, it's taught me a lot about what's going on up here, what my sort of trigger points were or are, so I can work on those and sort of almost take a step back, regulate myself, and then move forward in terms of the conversation. So yeah, I own my thoughts. I cannot control anything outside of what's happening up here. All I can do is convey how I'm feeling, and if that doesn't sit well with someone, rather selfishly, that's on them, that's not on me. All I've done is express exactly how I feel, and so long as I do it in a ownership way, so I feel this because of X, Y, and I apologise for making you feel that way, but this is ultimately or truly or honestly how I feel about the situation. It's just allowed me to move forward. So I've really started owning sentences, so I, and it's not you, because again, you is just sort of poking the hornet's nest. So yeah, emotional intelligence, it goes through anger. I know I've had anger issues before, or not anger issues, but I've never really known how to deal with anger constructively. I've never known how to sort of rid anger from my body, or how to sort of properly, come on champ, how to properly digest that feeling. It's always, I'm angry, don't know how to deal with this, revert back to my old coping mechanisms, being alcohol or anger towards people, so shouting, and I'm not proud of that. But that's where, again, the sort of healthy and toxic shame comes in. So I could go, oh Tom, you've shouted at them, you're a complete bellend, mate, and further spiral down. Or I can go, listen Tom, own this, you've acted like a twat, own up to it, apologise, learn from this, and start to fucking regulate your mind. And so yeah, everything I'm learning, I'm putting into practice. I do slip up every so often, I'll be honest. But yeah, let's crack on with this walk. I do have the drone. We're coming up to the pine woods, so I might get it up, just fly it across those, because I'm sure it's going to be pretty gorgeous in the sort of low winter light we've got. I nearly said summer then. Doesn't look like summer. But yeah, let's crack on.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So you can see why I enjoy the pines. So all of this used to be, so we're actually on the edge here, and the public footpath runs down. That used to extend that way. They've clear felled that, and then what you see here is your sort of native coming through. So you've got some oak, you've got silver birch, I'm sure there's some willow in there. But yeah, this is now, well, it's always been privately owned. They never used to have this fence up, Crafty bastards have put that up. There is a hole at the top that you can walk through. But yeah, again, it's just, I don't know what it is. I just like, well, the canopy, just look at that. Yeah, I like that. I like that more. I think one of my biggest takeaways from the book is just, it's okay to be angry. It's one of the most basic emotions, feelings there is. And I think there's a lot of shame associated with anger. But if you're self-aware, so you know what's going on up here, and you know what's going on here, and you know what's going on in here, in your body, you are able to manage it a lot better. So I know there's a few pages I follow on Instagram, and I just breathe fucks out. So fuck, and I might do 5 of them, and I'll feel better. It's still there, but it's not to the extent it was. And there are times where it's like I feel it in my body, just anger and rage. And I'll just drop down, get in my body and just do some press-ups. And because I activate my body, I use that energy for something constructive, something positive. It's helped me massively. So yeah, self-awareness is, we've said this before, the trouble with feeling feelings is that you feel your feelings. And for everyone, just look at that, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, for everyone, what they experience is different. It's all relative to them. But yeah, I am enjoying life at the minute. It's gorgeous right here. So yeah, that's looking towards Chesterfield. You could just see the Sheepbridge Industrial Estate. Towards Barlow. I love that cloud. You might not be able to, let me put you through the glasses. But yeah, it looks different. So when I say it looks gorgeous, that's what I mean. But yeah, genuinely enjoying life at the minute. Gosh, it's bright. Yeah, self-awareness, I think it's key. So yeah, journaling, it's something I do now, and if I have a particularly bad day, I'll just pop like a little post-it note on there, and I might leave it for 7 days and then revisit it, see my notes, and just try and work it back to what actually prompted or triggered those particular thoughts, or thought trains, thought processes, behaviour, just so I can better understand me. And we've spoken about control, and I can't control other people, but I can control my reaction and my approach. So I think one of my biggest things was uncommunicated expectations, and that's, I expect you to do this, and in return I expect this. But if that person isn't aware of what I expect and I get frustrated, that's me not controlling my approach, and it's also me not controlling my reactivity to the situation in terms of frustration. So it's that whole dynamic of what can I control, what can't I control. Can I control my approach? Yes. Can I control my reaction? Yes. But yeah, I've spoken breathing and just breathing fucks out. So this has all been clear felled again. So the pine trees are just on the other side of this scrub, so that's all the native trees coming up. But yeah, I just happened to wander up this path one day, and just up there's a large stump, and in the height of summer it's pretty much hidden, so all your fern, your bracken's been squashed down, it's died back. But during summer it stands about 6 foot tall, and there's a stump up there that just looks over that. So I go up there and do breathing exercises, so I might spend 10 minutes doing a guided meditation, and then I'll spend 5-10 minutes doing just really basic breathing and just experiencing, like grounding myself and just feeling everything from my toes, feet, legs, hips, lower back, stomach, chest, neck, head, arms, or like shoulders, arms, fingers, hands, and just grounding myself and just feeling what's going on inside my body. But yeah, I'll show you up there one day. I am actually really enjoying today. I think Buddy is as well. Buddy, you having fun, mate? I'll take that as a yes. So you can see the pines just through there. So the other day when me and Harrison went on our snow walk, was it a Monday or a Sunday? Yeah, we were just on the other side. So you've got the A61 dual carriageway just down there. So that's Chesterfield to Sheffield, to Dronfield bypass. We were on the other side. My favourite group of trees are just up here, so yeah, just a small walk. Might be about 6-7 miles today. I've bagged. But yeah, just come up in here to have a look at those. Get towards the end of the walk now. So what I'll do, I'll end on a nice panoramic sort of sweep with the drone. We'll have a look at those pines. But yeah, it's I know I'm talking a lot about what I'm doing. Some of it just goes over the top of my head, some of these phrases and concepts. But the more I learn about myself and about sort of mindset work, the more enthusiastic I get. So I've currently got 2 courses on the go. I've got an NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, so I can understand what's going on up here and try and change that. Just look at that. Let me hold the camera that way so we can see it. Yeah, NLP, so neuro-linguistic programming, so better understand sort of sentence construction, mindset, and go from there. And I've also got like a Jungian psychology course. Now that is a extremely in-depth sort of psychology. It's not a degree, it's just a course. But again, it allows me to explore what's going on up here and my shadow. Everybody has a shadow, so your shadow is your sort of subconscious, unconscious programming belief systems that you developed when you were younger, up to, I'm sure they say up to around the age of 25, and then you start operating out of that sort of blueprint. So it's to better understand all of that, to allow me to move forward, so I'm a better parent, a better father. Gosh, it's bright. I love those. Yeah, just so I can not particularly parent better, but just understand why I've got certain belief systems, and if I feel they don't work for me, or if I feel they sort of detrimental to my psyche, my thoughts, I can change that, work back, sort of well, I keep using the word digest, but like ruminate on it, explore backwards as to why, and start from the basics and instill that into Harrison. I was just going to say, I've seen them tracked on the floor. Yeah, where are they? That's a better one. I was just going to say, someone's lost a chicken. It's not, it's a pheasant. But yeah, so I've got 2 courses on the go. So this taps into the self-development. So I've learned a lot about myself and how I tick. So now I'm trying to better understand that in terms of self-development and all these courses, to make me an all-round better character, a better person, and try and instill a very positive mindset into my son, being Harrison. So it's interesting times, but when it comes to self-development, you've got to be committed, especially when you start talking psychology, and because some of the stuff you fucking bring up is it's pretty dark. It makes you question a lot. Yeah, it's interesting. That's where we did the wild camp, just down there. That's where we had the picnic in those pine trees. I don't know if you picked up on Harrison saying the red flag. So the red flag, I believe, is up there. So we chose that because there's very little dead wood and it's relatively flat and it's clear. So you can see down here the brambles, whereas that is, it's completely clear. It's just got leaf litter on the floor. But yeah, I'll end the video here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this stuff. I'll end with some sweeping shots of the fields with the drone, and then end with that sort of spiral orbit with me waving, going like that. Thank you very much.